What up, YouTube? Today I'm going to be showing you guys my Lenovo Legion. This is a Y540. I kind of sneak peeked in my GS75 video. I've had this laptop probably longer than all the ones I have currently, which are the GS75, the Dell G7, and this. And this has pretty much been what I've been using the most. I did have a Y740, which is like, I guess, the step up from this, and it went to a friend of mine, and that was probably the best laptop that I've ever owned. So this was kind of the step down, and I really love the Legion laptops, so I decided to give this one a try. So real quick, I got this on a website called Mercari, I think that's how you pronounce it, M-E-R-C-A-R-I. And it came with a Corsair K70 Mark II RGB rapid fire whatever keyboard, which is my personal keyboard of choice. I have the white version. It came with the black version, and it came with a HyperX gaming mouse. And I paid $700 for this, the mouse, and the keyboard. And it was up there for like 3 or 4 days when I came across it. So it's not like it was like a screaming deal, I guess. I mean, it was up there. No one had bought it. But I really wanted this because the Y740s are very expensive. The one I had, I got a really crazy good deal on, so I regret selling it, but for the price and performance of this, really kind of made up for it. It's laid out very similar. The whole Legion logo, this big like back piece that's kind of similar to the G7 with a lot of the ports being on the back. This lights up, but just white, and on the 740 it's RGB. The other thing is this material I'm not a big fan of. It's almost like it reminds me of, like, if you guys remember those old school big box projection screens, you could like run your nails across it, and it almost had like that texture to it. That's kind of what this is. I'm not a fan. So like, I mean, there's a couple marks right here you can kind of sort of see. It's really hard to clean, and it picks up a lot of debris and dust and stuff, and I'm not a fan of the material. But regardless, I mean, it's kind of something that, is not that big of a deal. It doesn't really affect the performance or anything like that, which is where this thing really shines. This piece, I mean, a lot of this is plastic, kind of a bummer, but the hinge, really nice and easy, very strong, sturdy. I mean, you can see here the hinge goes all the way across, so it's a very strong hinge. Does not feel flimsy. The screen flex is virtually zero. There's like no flex in this screen. Overall, for the price, it feels like a really good premium machine. This material is very I mean, it shows everything. It does clean up and look pretty, but when you game on it, I mean, it gets pretty oily. This has a 9th generation Intel i7, the 9750H, and a full 1660 Ti non-max Q. So really great considering it's a 1080p display. It's 144 hertz. The screen is amazing. I absolutely love 17-inch gaming machines. Portability aside, I think the GS75 is a much better like portable school laptop. This is more of like a dedicated gaming machine. This keyboard is only white backlit. I guess it almost looks blue on the camera, but it's white backlit. Very simple. Not super crazy gamer ROG silver red, in your face. It's more of like a professional appearance, I think. Just has like this little metal Lenovo logo here. These audio by Harman Kardon audio. The speaker is great for a laptop. I mean, I wear a headset, so I don't really use it that much. Battery life, about what you would expect on a 17.3 inch pretty high-end gaming machine. I mean, if you turn the backlight off and on the keyboard and all that sort of stuff, and turn your brightness down, you'll get maybe 3 hours out of it. So for ports, this side you just have one USB 3. Most of them are on the back, which is nice. Has the same charger as the Y740. You have a Kensington lock. You have a USB-C mini display port, which is great for VR. You have the USB 3, HDMI, Ethernet, and then your proprietary charging port. And then lots of fans. Very nice layout on the bottom here for the fans. I use it with a cooling pad, I guess, and it's a little dusty because I've been using it, but does not get loud at all, which is one of my main things. So my Y740 had the RTX 2080 in it, and it stayed nice and cool and quiet. On this side, we have a headphone jack, no microphone, and another USB. So you only have a total of 3 USB ports. So I did have to get like an extender for this to plug in more USB, because I use my mouse. My keyboard uses 2, and because it has the USB pass-through, and then I have the one for my headset. And then if I want to plug in an SD card to edit videos or anything like that, you know, it's nice to have at least one extra. Show you guys the logo here. That lights up. Very simple. Nothing fancy. Just, like I said, a great looking machine. Gaming performance is awesome. Like I said, the 17.3 inch, the 144 hertz, the screens that they use on these are awesome. Put in my password. Yeah, I was looking at a 2080 Ti Kingpin, but it is just been, so like I use DaVinci Resolve on here because I've been editing videos with it. For the most part, I've been using it on an external monitor, mouse, and keyboard, just so I can use my 24-inch 144 hertz panel and my normal keyboard. But I've gamed on this. I mean, not too clicky of keys, but they definitely feel natural, which is important. I don't really have too big of a problem switching over from this keyboard to like my K70. All the buttons are where they're supposed to be. Does have the number pad, which a lot of 15.6 inch don't have. I don't use it that much, but like my brother uses that a lot, so that's like a big, you know, he's got to have that on his machine. The webcam down here, which is garbage. We'll open it here, show you guys what it looks like. Let's see. It is 720p. Guess it's kind of hard to see when looking at the display, but with the webcam being down here, I mean, I really think it's kind of like looking straight up at you. I definitely think up here is better, but I you know, I kind of see what they were trying to do with keeping like these nice thin bezels on this screen. And I don't think a lot of people really use a webcam anyways. Like we stream, my wife streams more so than me, and we went ahead and bought like a dedicated webcam for that, because these are kind of good for like a pinch, but I mean, if you're going to stream or do anything like that, I really wouldn't recommend any of the laptop webcams. Good warranty. Lenovo, I think 5 or 10 years ago wasn't that great, but like, I mean, I've had several of these gaming laptops. I had a Y510P, that was a great machine. I've had several and I've never had a problem with them. My brother uses a X1 Carbon that's like an 8th gen, so he's probably had it for like 3 years now. Never had a problem. He has my old the RTX 2070 Aorus gaming box he uses with it, and it's a great machine for that. You know, even when gaming, never given him any issues. So like I said, after owning the 740, I was really, I guess I felt lucky to have found this for, you know, $700 with the mouse and keyboard. I mean, if you can find a machine spec like this, you know, with the 9750H, the 1660 Ti, which, like I said, the non-max Q is a great card. 17.3, 144 hertz screen, 16 gigs of RAM, and then this has a terabyte NVMe SSD, and it is fast. I don't know the exact read and write speeds, but compared to my Dell that has a 512 gig NVMe, This thing is screaming fast. Let's open here. So we'll go to startup. My last BIOS time, so my last restart was 3.8 seconds. I mean, this thing hauls. So, see, performance, there you go, 9750H. We got 6 cores, 12 threads. We have 16 gigs of RAM. And I don't know, here, we'll figure out together exactly what the Wi-Fi is in this, but compared to like the MSI GS75, whatever Wi-Fi they use is garbage. This is just says Intel Wireless AC 9560, 160 hertz. So, I mean, I guess it's pretty basic. It's nothing fancy, but it's worlds better than whatever's in the GS75. I mean, when I play Fortnite with that thing, I always have like that, you know, Wi-Fi error in the top left corner. So, huge power brick. This has a 230 watt big monster power brick. This is the power brick for this thing. It is absurd. I mean, it's gigantic, 230 watts. Very like nice high quality unit. It does have these nice rubber feet. So when I put them on my desk, which is just completely cluttered with crap right now that I'm testing, I got a terabyte NVMe I'm working with. I got this Razer mouse. I just got a new Cloud 2 headset. I just got a new Astro A50 headset. Anyways, gigantic power supply. But yeah, the reason being this thing has such a big power supply is because this does have the full, you know, 1660 Ti non-Max Q version. So it definitely supplies more than enough juice, I feel, for this machine. Like my Dell G7 has the same processor, same, you know, that sort of stuff, but a 2060 6 gig non-Max Q, and it only has 180 watt power supply. So more than enough power for this machine. And like I said, as like a non-desktop replacement machine, like this thing is, you know, awesome for gaming. I did try, you know, like using like an external keyboard with this, but I feel like it really kind of puts you further away from the screen and makes the 17-inch screen feel small. So I do like to use like the built-in keyboard. Makes me feel, you know, makes my screen feel bigger because I'm closer to it. But the only other laptop now that I want to get is I want to try one of the Asus ones with the screen or the keyboard that's down here. Like the Zephyrus, I think it's like the Zephyrus S or something like that. I've really kind of been on the hunt for. So if you guys come across, you know, any good deals on that, definitely drop it down in the description. But like I said, this has been probably my most used machine yet, you know, within the last 6 months. And if you guys are thinking about picking up a Y540, I would really go ahead and pull the trigger, just because the cooling, the build quality, the gaming experience, which is really the biggest for me. You know, like right now I have 3 gaming laptops. This is by far the cheapest and my most used machine that I have. So anyways, guys, like I said, there is my baby for the time being. Please drop your comments down below and I will you know, be able to respond as soon as I can. But please stay tuned. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and subscribe to my uploads. Thank you.